Things. This is your girl, Queen Dee Dee with Dee Dee Said It. I'm bringing you today some breaking news. Remember last week I reported on the story for the Manassas Park mom. Her name was Mamta. She went missing ever since July 31st. She left her 10-month-old child, never to be seen or heard from again. Breaking news from WSA 9. Husband of missing Manassas Park mom handcuffed, taken away by police. We said this last week. Don't know what he's handcuffed for, but you don't get handcuffed for no reason. Sometimes. In this case, let's see why he was handcuffed. We already knew it was something kind of fishy. But let's watch and see what they say.
Things off with breaking news. The husband of the missing woman who's been gone now for over a week in Manassas Park, now taken into custody earlier this morning. WSA9 was first to break the news to you right here on TV and on our free WSA9 mobile app just before 11 o'clock this morning. Just over 14 hours ago, Manassas Park police revealed that the husband of Mamta Narish was a person of interest in her disappearance in Northern Virginia. Rafael Sanchez Cruz was the first reporter to cover Mrs. Bott's disappearance. He joins us live right now outside of the house. Rafa's, get us up to speed on this investigation. Where do we stand right now?
Larry, and sorry to interrupt, but we're actually going to start moving, so work with us right now because we're actually getting some briefing right now from officials that just came out of the home, so I want to walk you through a little bit of some of those details. I want you to listen in live as it's happening right now, so just bear with us as we get information.
Miss Ashworth, do we know where Mamta is? Do we know where Mamta is?
This is an ongoing investigation.
Is she alive?
Or dead? We don't know. But we are working this investigation. We're working carefully, and there's just a lot of things moving very quickly right now. There's nothing else I can say.
Walk us through what happened today.
Walk us through what happened this morning. Walk us through what happened.
You know the interest of the community.
What charges would Mr. Bott be facing, Chief Lugo?
We're gonna do. Was he taken into custody? Where's the daughter? Can you at least give us that information?
We're gonna do a release this afternoon.
But we saw him walk out.
What charges?
Wasn't anything at all?
But he was taken into custody.
Chief, this is the second press event you've done.
You haven't. Can you at least say he was?
Larry, as you can see right now, we're not getting much information regarding the charges that Mamta's husband could be facing right now. They're saying they're going to give us a release later on. This just comes after yesterday, Police Chief Lugo said that Mamta's husband, Naresh Abad, was actually a person of interest. I want to play that audio from last night because since day one, people have been pointing at him as a potential person of interest, but it was until last night that we got that confirmation from Police Chief Lugo. Let's listen to what he said.
Do you have a person of interest, Chief?
He is a person of interest.
The husband?
Yes.
The husband's person of interest.
He's been a point of interest, and everybody knows that.
So you heard that was our Matthew Torres really asking the police chief directly if he was a person of interest, and he confirmed it. And like you mentioned today, we saw that video. We were able to capture the moment that Naresh Bhatt was taken out of his home in handcuffs. His baby was covered in a yellow blanket following by officials. They are not telling us what charges he could be facing. They're telling us that we're going to have this information. But it's been more than 3 weeks at this point since Mamta Bhatt has been missing, according to police. And right now, we still don't know where she could be, and we don't know if she's alive or she's dead. And like I mentioned, since day one, since I started working on this story, people always pointed at Naresh Bhatt as a potential person of interest in this case. But it wasn't until I had an interaction with him outside of the Manassas Park Police Department that really cemented the community's concerns about him. Let's listen to that. I mean, I think it's up to you whether you want to get the word out.
I'm gonna, ask.
You want to ask police?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm not on the social media. A lot of stuff coming up. So this and that. So I don't want to say anything. Until concerning either a police or some.
Well, we're only using what police has put out. That she hasn't been seen since.
So I don't want to disclose everything because the investigation is going on. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Could you? One word. Did you? Why did it take so long for them to put something out?
I don't want to say, you know, like you can ask them. You know, I don't know.
Okay.
So, I don't know do that. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'm not, you know, like I'm suffering from a lot. So.
I know, yeah, and we're obviously trying to do our part because it's been so long, and we want them to help find her. You know, like I know you have a 10-month-old. There's a lot on your plate right now, but you know, just anyone's message to help her bring her home if they see her. That's the message. Okay, to help her bring her home. So you wouldn't want to just say, if
no,
you see her?
That's the message. So, you know, like, I don't want to do something wrong, you know, so that, you know, like, you know, somebody say, like, you know, hey, why you disclose? No, I don't want to talk to the media. Like, you know, I don't want to be the bad person. Like, you know, hey, why you talk to the media without the person?
I don't think it would be bad just to say.
You don't think, but like, you know, you don't know.
But the message is, you want them that if you see her, if you see.
Them either, like,
Okay, it's up to you.
No, I'm not okay right now. So, you know, I need to know everything first, you know.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No. I mean, I'm not getting into anything that was on social media. I wanted, obviously, just as a husband, you wanted to be like, hey, I'm concerned about my wife.
Can I give you like?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, you saw that interaction. I tried several times to have him speak to us about his message to the community to help him find his wife. And really what sparked this whole, you know, debate on social media was that he had waited 5 days to report his wife as missing. Again, Mamta was last seen, according to police, on July 31st, and it wasn't until August 5th that she was actually reported missing by her husband. According to Manassas Park Police, on August 2nd, they did do a welfare check at this home that's right in front of us. And her husband tells us that he was told by police, you know, keep looking for her, and when you get tired of looking for her, then give us a call. He alleges that Mamta had gone missing a couple times prior to this. So right now, again, we don't know what charges he could be facing at this point. We did see him leave this home in handcuffs, and as you saw, the Commonwealth's attorney being hesitant to give us any details, saying we're going to get some kind of release. This is just the second press conference in the last couple of hours where we've gotten some kind of information. As this is all unfolding, we are expecting to get some kind of update, but of course, we'll keep you up to date as this happens. Larry, I know this is a lot to take in. If you have any questions, please feel free. As you can know, when it's live television, we can kind of get lost. And if there's any details that you need any clarity from, please let me know.
No, Raphael, I think you've done an amazing job out there. I understand the circumstances are evolving, and I think you've done a good job of staying on top of them. To your point about the lack of information, at least coming from the prosecutors there, as well as from the police chief, you know, this has kind of been some of the ongoing frustration, at least on the community side, that they haven't been given a lot of information from authorities about the status of Miss Bott. And as a result, it is kind of leading to more fear, more angst for many of those out there that have been looking for her now for more than 3 weeks.
Yeah, without a doubt, Larry, and I want to mention that it wasn't until last night that Manassas Park Police actually held its first news conference regarding this case. And I mean, for weeks, people have been standing outside waiting for some kind of answer, and just this growing frustration about any kind of update. And it's not just the people that are here, the Nepalese community that has been involved in this case, her colleagues and her close roommate, but it's also her family back in Nepal that want some kind of answer. So I did want to add to another point. I was in conversations earlier with people who are close to Mamta, who were telling me that they were doing all they could to take care in terms of custody of her 1-year-old child, because right now, as you saw, her father was taken out of handcuffs. We still don't know what charges he could be facing, but the question is, what happens to their young daughter? They're working on that right now, and everything was moving quickly as I was arriving here on scene. And I'm sure we're going to get more information. Our Matthew Torres and I are going to be here on the scene, giving you a full, glimpse into what is going on in the Mamta Kafel Bott missing persons case. Again, the unfortunate part about today is that we still don't know where she is, and we don't know if she's dead or alive. You heard it directly from the Commonwealth's attorney and from the police chief, who were hesitant to comment on the matter.
Yeah,
Larry, back to you.
Certainly not giving the family and or the community any closure in this situation. Of course, major development now with the husband's arrest, but still many questions remain. Where is Mamta Kafel Bott? Thank you so much. We appreciate the update. Good work out there, Raphael. You can
the full part that the chief of police for Manassas Park Police Department, he did a briefing on an update to the story. So I'm bringing that part to you too. This is actually just 4 minutes.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Mario Lugo. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Manassas Park Police Department. I'm here to provide a statement of what events and what led up to the events of today. The Manassas Park Police Department would like to start by expressing our admiration for the outpouring of compassion from the community on Mamta's behalf. We would also like to extend our appreciation to those in the community, both in the United States and Nepal, for their efforts and their outcry at this time, who have dedicated their time, volunteered their efforts. While I acknowledge that while I acknowledge and respect the public's concerns for answer, I assure each of you that although these answers are limited by this continuing to be an active investigations in process, this investigation remains a top priority for the police department and our agency. And our agency remains committed to providing details as we are able. With that being said, I would like to share the following information. To this point in the investigation, our investigators have executed over 10 search warrants and conducted hundreds of interviews related to this case. This includes the search warrant that we executed this evening that you are aware of at his residence. My staff continues to work tirelessly and follow up every lead, which we have received hundreds of leads on this case. Additionally, I would like to encourage the community to continue providing any and all information that might assist us with this investigation, and to take this opportunity to take our local, state, and federal partners who continue to support us in this investigation. This investigation is ongoing, it's still active, and we're making progress. Once we have information that we can provide to the community, we will do that. We have had several meetings with community leaders from the Nepali community, and we will continue to have those on a weekly basis or daily basis. I know the media and the community wants answers, but at this point, I'm not able to answer certain questions, and that's why I'm providing this statement. I want to thank everybody for coming out, for continuing to keep this case in the spotlight, and we will continue to investigate this investigation. Thank you.
Chief, is there any questions?
I'm confused. But okay. So basically they just gaslighted us. Because if you had a reason to put him in handcuffs and lead him away from the home, that means you had something that we should know more about. Thus far, you executed a warrant for the home. Thus far, you followed up on hundreds of leads. But thus far, you also waltzed him away in handcuffs. So I don't understand. You didn't tell us anything that led up to you arresting him. You didn't give us what was the charges for this arrest. Let's keep watching.
Mayor, you want to say anything? Yeah.
Okay, look.
Right.
The search warrant is going to take another 3 to 4 hours to complete. When I get the information, I will provide that. My goal is that once I have that information, I will provide it to the community of what was located. 3 to 4 hours before they're done.
We're gonna wait here.
Okay.
We're gonna wait here.
But I'm not sure if I'm going to have the full answers. We have asked outside jurisdictions to help us with the forensics on this, so we got to wait for them to provide us the answers. I was hoping, I don't know when they're going to have to report to me, but I got to wait for them to tell me when. If they're going to do it tonight, I don't know. So, I can't answer that right now, sir.
Do you have a person of interest, Chief?
He is a person of interest.
The husband?
Yes. He's been a point of interest, and everybody knows that.
As of when?
As of, I don't have the dates in front of me. But yet again, as soon as I have more information, my goal is to, at the latest tomorrow, is to provide a statement of what was, if we can disclose anything from the search warrant tomorrow, okay?
And
thank
he's
you.
still cooperating.
So what's the purpose of calling us here?
No, the husband is not cooperating.
Husband is not cooperating.
When he's taking care of the child, can you describe what makes him a person of interest? Who's taking care of the child?
Gaslighters. But no matter which way it goes, when we looked at this story last week, we knew it was something suspicious about it. I mean, like I said before, I don't know if the husband was utilizing a language barrier in order to be deceitful, cover up something, but I couldn't put my finger on him. The only thing that my finger pointed at was something wasn't right, and he wasn't very clear. Things didn't make sense. Why would she have left 1 time, 2 times, 3 times? Where would she be going? Who, as a mom that has their first kid, clearly this lady had her head on her shoulders, right? She was a nurse at a pediatric, which she works around children. So she definitely, if she have a heart to work in that segment of the hospital, she definitely loved her own child. Something wasn't adding up. It was straight. This was a white story for me. There was no black in it, and it wasn't in between. I'll bring the rest of it to you when it's breaking news again. Maybe at some point they'll tell us why they have this husband under arrest. This your girl, Dee Dee Said It, bringing you this breaking news. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If you don't do anything else, I say just get to know me. Send me a story if you need to dissect it. This your girl. Talk to you soon.